What's up guys, YST here and welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. And today, I want to showcase a team that I was working on all last night for around 6 hours, staying up until 2 in the morning, like we love to do, for a spin on the Gnishak Verminlord comp for Bommal The Dreadhorn on the hard Doom Tower. Now this will work for all difficulties, but we will be focusing on the toughest of the tough in stage 90. And what it's based around and the theory crafting of it was Gnishak Verminlord, not bringing in an Arbiter, not bringing in ally attack champions, or a reset champion such as a Kaimar. Because from comment sections, I always see that I don't have an ally attack champion, or you don't want to switch up your Arbiter build to put some accuracy stats on her, or you don't have a reset champion. So I went through Teleria and tried to find out all of the best options, and I finally came up with a team that I'm happy to showcase. I also just want to say sorry at the same time if this is something that's a bit too endgame for you. I just feel like it's myself as a content creator to showcase the limits of specific comps, just so there's some variations out there to try and speed up the process for you, or just give you options on your own accounts. And if it's not something you can replicate, hopefully it can give you an idea for the future, or you can just watch it as a spectator and enjoy it for what I've kind of came up with for you guys. Because it's just something that I was doing for entertainment value at first, but now I feel like it's a bit of a strategy that people might want to look towards, honestly. So what it's based around is, as you see, Elenaril is on the screen, and what happens when Gnishak Verminlord explodes his bombs. Well, if we head in here, it's going to be placing the bombs, and then he also, with his passive, turns them into poison debuffs. So the kind of theory craft was, get 4 to 5 bombs up on Bommal. Once he takes a turn, instantly detonate with the combustibility on Elenaril, and instantly detonate those poisons, allowing you to potentially place an extra bomb, or just let a burn of Geomancer do the rest of it. So if you're asking if Geomancer is necessary for this composition, absolutely not. I'll be showcasing some other teams and other variants that you can come up with. And then it's also based around some form of unkillable, revive on death, or block damage like you see with a Demytha, in order to survive one of the hits which you'll see all in the run. But you also don't need this at the same time if you get very good RNG and placing the 5 bombs of Gnishak when you open up and lead in with that A1, which might take you a few tries, but I've definitely done it with only 4 bombs, meaning you only need 2 from the A1. I wouldn't say it's a 100% team, but it's pretty damn close to around at least 70% in terms of what I've been showcasing on my account. So okay, what we're going to do is we'll showcase the teams for anybody that wants to see it, and then I'll break down all of the stats and stuff that's required in order to replicate this team, and then I'll also discuss some options towards the end. So let's just bring this up. So this right here is the initial composition I came up with. So we got Gnishak Verminlord in the lead for the attack aura. We have got the revive on death of the Skytouch Shaman, who actually plays a very big role in surviving on wave 2 against those coroners as well. And then we have a Elenaril to combust, of course. We have got a Rune Keeper Dazdurk as our increase attack / turn meter champion, which there is a few in the game to swap out for an Arbiter if you don't want to use her here, which is completely fine. Just wanted to showcase a different option. And then we've got Geomancer to apply the weaken / the burns to reflect with the Quicksand Grasp burn ability and its passive. So let's just kind of discuss how this is working here. I've got 3 back-to-back runs, all going different ways, just to show you the variance or stuff that can happen, because if I just put one team out there and yours doesn't go the way, you're going to be like, YST, why are you talking rubbish here? Like, mine didn't look like this sort of thing. So I want to showcase the good, the bad, the ugly, and give you a realistic view before you even think about investing in a composition like this. So here we go. I'll also show you the presets of these comps as well, but as you see there, now we're going to block off with the Gnishak Verminlord so his bombs are available for the boss itself. And then we're just going to be surviving. And Gnishak Verminlord, or sorry, Runekeeper Dazdurk, very strong option because he's got a bit of a cleanse ability. He's got an AoE heal alongside the passive of Skytouch Shaman that's going to keep us topped up here. So here we go. As long as he's resisting it, no problems. He's going to be able to cleanse that off if it's needed. But there's just very rare times where he might die from this wave. But I've maybe seen it around once or twice. Something along those lines. Here we go. Coroners smacking us up. You don't want to see this, please. There we go. We're nearly there. I've actually had some runs where it goes a lot better than this, a lot more smoother. we tend to take out the coroners easier, because those passives are deadly. And there we go, clutch heals, and this is where somebody like a Runekeeper is amazing. But if you want to use Arbiter, no problems, guys. So we're going to be increasing our attack, right? We're going to be opening up with the bombs, leading with that A1. We only placed 2 extra bombs there, so that's 4 in total. It takes it down there, turns it into poison debuffs. And watch this, guys. Combust. And we're going to place, I think, there we go, 1 or 2 extra bombs. The revive on death went up, speed tuned. So everyone's going to survive the dread bomb hits. Takes another turn, and he gets absolutely wrecked. So just to kind of break that down once again. So we're kind of opening up with the bombs, right? We're leading in. Once again, guys, this is not optimal. If you could place 5 bombs here, you are laughing, because that combustibility is going to be enough to instantly second shot him. I'm not going to say one shot because it's not, but it's pretty damn close without the ally attacks and stuff. So here, look, boom. We've got so many bombs because they turn into poisons, right? But now we've got so many poisons to combust with Elenaril, kind of acting as an extra bomb in a sense. We've got the revive on death going up here, okay? So now that when Bommal hits us, or the dread bombs, we can survive those hits. And there we go. A lot of damage, 280,000. Another option could be potentially a max HP nuker. I've not tried that out yet with somebody like a Septimus. Could be an option. But I felt like combusting the abilities opens up that room for more bomb debuffs, keeping this more consistent, right? And that was kind of the theory crafting behind that. So activate is very, very cool. And that was allowing us to place 2 extra bombs here, which is good RNG, I agree. But you'll see some other runs where it doesn't go like that. And here we go. Revive on deaths, keeping us alive from those dread bomb hits. And Bommal dies there. So very, very cool team. 517,000 damage coming from Elenaril. So if we just lead into run number 2 now. I'm not going to bore you with the waves. We'll just kind of go through here. Very similar theme. All of the turn count comes from the waves, guys. Like, it's not coming from anything else. But look at this. Look who died. Skytouch Shaman. So if you're thinking, is there a way that I can still beat this and maybe not keep my 4th champion alive? Maybe opening up the role for a nuker to speed this up? Of course, because watch this, guys. Now, this is the best of the best. So 2 bombs. 5 bombs in total, okay? 5 bombs went up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, did 1 detonate? There we go. 5 bombs went out. And you will see this occasionally. You can try multiple times if you want to eliminate that 5th slot and potentially put in a max HP champion, a nuker, or whoever that may be. But you will need 5 for that to happen. The weaken will drop. And watch this. Look how much damage extra we got because of the 5 bombs. And now all we need is 1 combustibility. And boom, finished. And that allows us to not need the extra bombs to go with the A1 skill. And that's where having 5 is very optimal, but I wouldn't say it's necessary in order to one-shot. But 1 minute and 35 seconds, try this a couple times in your guys' accounts. You'll be completely fine with doing that. Now we're going to lead in with the final one. So here, we've kind of changed the presets on this team. So we opened up with the A1 of Skytouch Shaman on wave 2. And this is going to allow the Termites to feel off the enemies. And now we've got a block debuffs up. So we don't take any stuns, any provokes, or anything like that. And it makes this wave 2 a lot less tedious. With like the block active skills as well. So we got through here in around, what, 60 seconds? Something like that. Not too bad. And then we come up against here. Very similar thing. Opening up the A1s. There we go. And we place 5 bombs again on this one. There's the weaken, amplifying the damage, by the way. Kaboom, turns into the poisons, increase a bit of heal, and the one-shot, guys. And that was my favorite run so far. Very, very smooth. So let's just look at that one more time. What I'll do is, towards the end of this video, I'll leave this whole clip up as well for you guys to watch without my mug on the screen. So you can see it more in detail for yourself. There we go. 5 bombs, weaken, burns. 3, 2, 1, kaboom. Instant damage from Geomancer, heal a little bit, and combust. And that is kind of the best kind of second shot strategy that you can see from this. So, okay, let me take this off now. So, another team. Let's talk about options here. So, if we head into the Doom Tower, there's teams that have come up with such as Demytha. Now, what Demytha is going to do is play a very similar role to the Skytouch Shaman, but you're placing a block damage instead, which can be very optimal, right? So what we'll do is, I'm going to do a live run. I'm going to let this play out, and I'm going to show you how well this team can work without pre-recording runs as well. So here, boom. Do some instant detonations, no problems. And when I was talking about champions you can replace for a Geomancer, well, a team that I'll throw up right here, I'll throw in an edit. Somebody like a Riho Bone Spear in a deflection set is very, very strong. Now, what this is going to do is, because she's placing so many instant debuffs on the boss, she's instantly got the chance to get up to 5 bombs put back onto her, right? And this is cool because now with a deflection set, which can be pretty hard to get, there's that chance to reflect some extra bombs back to the boss, almost leading to that one shot, and it's pretty smooth as well. So she's a good option that can apply the weaken as well, and a decreased attack to not take as much of a smack. But just any weaken champion, guys, like, get creative, think of some other ones. I just couldn't think of many good affinity ones off the top of my head. Maybe even a Helicaf, right? Open up with that A1 or something and then lead in with the block damage similar to a Demytha, and that can fulfill 2 roles and open up the spot for a Nuka champion potentially. I feel like the possibilities are endless, honestly. But in terms of consistency, you just got to get lucky, right? But because it's such a quick comp, does it matter if you fail a few times? No, because you don't lose your Doom Tower keys, right? So here we go. Placing a bit of a burn. There's some bombs. Hopefully get a couple here. There we go. Place a burn and a weaken. There's some heals. One shot. Boom. Instant damage. And see, the thing is here, the Demytha is just a safety feature. Like, we managed to one shot. But the idea is, if you've got 4 bombs up, the block damage can go up and allow the extra bombs to tick, or give your Gnishak an extra chance to place more bombs after you combust. And that's kind of what the Theory Craft was coming into effect there. So yeah, guys, that's basically the rundown of the team. In terms of presets before we go into the stats and what you need to do this comp. So we've got Gnishak Verminlord opening up with this one, leading in with the A2. We're blocking off the Unclean Banquet on the A3. And then we're doing an opener with this one, sorry. Blocking this one off and leading in with the A1 skill. Demytha will be whatever you want here. And then here you just want to block off Channel the Bloodline. So you've got the block damage up on time. And then you want to have opener here with Fires of Old. You want to lead in with this ability here, depending how fast your one is. Because mine is very fast because of the Clan Boss speed tuning I've got. If you've got lower thresholds, you might want to open up with the Channel of the Bloodline second. But I need to have 2 rotations of skills to get this up after the bombs go up. Elenaril blocking everything off, opening up with Smolder for some poison damage. And then you just want to do an opener and a first priority on combust, depending on the speeds again. A Geomancer, block this off on wave 2 and make sure it's ready for wave 3. And then Runekeeper Dazdurk, we just want to block this off and make sure that the increased attack and turn meter is ready for once you come up against the boss, right? And that's basically the rundown of the team, guys. Now, I did do a stream yesterday breaking down the one-shot team if you want to go check that out. But I wanted to make a variation for you guys. And hopefully you can appreciate the effort that went into it. So, okay, let's go into the stats and stuff. Now, this is where many of you guys are going to be like, ouch, this is a bit scary, YST. Well, I absolutely understand, but this is a endgame build. This is endgame content, right? Now, if you have a look here, Gnishak Verminlord has got 6.9k attack. I have tried this same team, okay, with 6.550. Yeah, 6,550 attack I had on him. And with the 5 bombs, worked very, very similar. The damage was still doing it. I was overcapping. The combust was happening. And the damage was pretty much very, very the same. Once you get up to that 7k plus, it starts to become more reliable on the 4 bombs to kind of do the similar thing. But I would recommend above a 6,500 for this specific team if you're not placing the 5 bombs. If you're relying on 4, you're looking for around 4 to 5 bombs minimum. If you've got around this attack, 4 bombs is optimal as well. If you've got less attack, you might not see as great of a run, if I'm honest. I don't want you guys to waste your resources on it because I've not tried it at a lower threshold. But what I will do is leave the spreadsheet that Saphira from HH Gaming came up with to see how many bombs that you need in order to one-shot the boss, okay? Or to optimize it. So I would recommend for this build 6.5k plus, okay? And if you're hitting the lower stages, let's just say floor 50 or floor 10, you don't need anywhere near these stats in order to one-shot, guys, okay? So just kind of plan it down accordingly. So yeah, so in terms of this, And one other thing I wanted to say is I've got 6.9k attack, okay? But I have got no cruel gear. I have got cruel here. Granted, right? I've got one piece. I have got up to 30% extra attack percent to get here. So let's just say you don't have a 6-star here or something like that. If you can make up the stats from here with some cruel, optimize it with the Laura Steel Masteries, you could probably easily get that 6.5k attack as long as you've got attack percent here, and also attack percent here. And we've even got accuracy on the banner, guys. We've not got an attack here either. And then attack here and attack here as well. Overall stats, so we had 217 speed. Because we've only got the 20% 10 meter boost, or 25%, this was enough speed for me to cut in, right? So 217 speed, enough crit rate and crit damage. We don't really care about that. We just want to optimize attack. Our masteries, we've headed down to the Giant Slayer. Don't need it, but I'd recommend it just for some more instant damage, making it more consistent, right? So yeah, that's Gnishak Verminlord. Elenaril, just in my poison combust team. I've not changed anything. She's going at like 235 speed and a bit of accuracy. I'm just there to combust pretty much. Demytha, just for my clan boss team, not changed any builds again. Don't worry about that speed, guys. It just needs to be above the speeds you need. Runekeeper Dazdurk, you can change it, guys. Like, Seeker, increase attack and 10 meter fill. Very similar to an Arbiter. You can just use an Arbiter. You can use an Old Hermit Jorg, right? Just use champions that have increased attack and 10 meter fill in the same skill set. But if they've got less of a 10 meter increase, just up the speed of your other champions so you can take a turn, which is 250 of Bommal The Dreadhorn, okay? And yeah, that's pretty much all it is on him. We've got no masteries. I don't even know if we got books, do we? You don't even need the books, guys, honestly. It's just something that I've done over CVC or something. And all he is, faster than Bommal. 250 plus, 255 is enough. Make sure he's going first. Increase the turn meter, you'll be good to go. Geomancer, once again, never changed anything. He's going at 217 speed, right? But one thing I will say is, make sure that he goes after Gnishak. Like you see here, 217, but the true speeds is allowing me to, for Geomancer to go afterwards. And the reason being is, you don't want the Dread Bomb to proc before Gnishak is done placing his bombs, because his A1 is a random hitter, right? And as long as Geomancer is like 1 speed or 2 speed less than him, and applies that weaken on time, you're good to go pretty much. And just with like some War Master, and all of that good stuff, optimizing there. Skytouch Shaman, one thing I would recommend is Immunity or Untouchable sets, because she does have that chance to place a fear on herself. So if you're looking for consistency against the boss, to make sure that your Immortal Skies goes out on time, just put an immunity set on her, she'll be good to go. The rest of the stats do not matter. She does not need to be at any form of speed to take a turn or anything like that. But okay guys, that was pretty much all for today's video. If you guys did find it useful by any means, or just entertainable, I guess, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. I do put a lot of effort into these things, and it's not just, you know, I just put a few champions in and it happened overnight. I have theory crafted around 15 champions, tried out compositions and stuff like that, and this was the optimization that I came up with. I'll catch you guys in a video soon, maybe for some hard mode dungeons, and peace. Thank you.